everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about what took place on the April 21st, 2025 edition of Raw, the post-WrestleMania, involving Randy Orton delivering an RKO to John Cena, and what this means for a possible main event match for Backlash. So John Cena came out with the WWE title and pretty much ripped the fans apart for not being sorry for the way they treated him and booing Cody Rhodes and pretty much telling the fans that we have 27 appearances left and then I'm gone and I'll be taking the WWE title home with me. I am the last real champion. And before you know it, Randy Orton snuck in from behind and delivered a thunderous RKO to John Cena and pretty much declared himself that he would be challenging John Cena for the WWE title, which I would assume is going to take place at Backlash. Now, this makes Backlash kind of a big deal because it's in Randy Orton's hometown, St. Louis. So you know that the fans are going to be really behind John Cena in a big way. And this is kind of like, in a way, the last dance, so to speak. This is probably the last time we'll get to see a Randy Orton versus John Cena match. And for me, it makes perfect sense because Randy Orton is one of John Cena's biggest rivals ever, and this is John Cena's final year, and it would just be insane not to have these two go at it one last time. And what makes this match, if this does take place, which we all know it's going to, it feels new because this is the first time that I can recall that we have the roles reversed. John Cena is the heel, and Randy Orton is the face. So this makes a very intriguing build up. Looking forward to the promo work that's going to be coming up for sure. And, I'm not going to lie, you know, John Cena versus Randy Orton is a great rivalry, but I feel that it's a little bit tad overrated because I've said this before. Just because two guys have 1,000+ matches doesn't always make it a great rivalry. Look at The Rock versus Stone Cold, for example. They did face each other quite a number of times, but they didn't overdo it. They would leave it for about a year, then they would revisit it again, then leave it for another year, and then revisit it again. But each and every time that The Rock and Stone Cold hooked up, it was always special. I feel with John Cena versus Randy Orton, they've killed it. They've absolutely murdered it and basically beat it down like a dead horse. And, it's been a long time since we've had a John Cena versus Randy Orton match. So I welcome it as long as they don't overdo it. But this should be a very interesting match. As I said, it's in Randy Orton's hometown, St. Louis. That's going to be for the next pay per view, Backlash. So it's interesting. And, Randy Orton was the last person I expected to come out and interrupt John Cena. I thought that was pretty much how we were going to end the show, but they didn't. And I liked it. And, you know, Randy Orton, in my personal opinion, he works much better as a heel, but I'm enjoying him as a face because he still retains a lot of the Randy Orton that we know, so that's good. He's not coming across as a bit of a cheeseball or goofy like he was many years ago when he turned face the first time round. I like this Randy Orton. This Randy Orton is still very loving to the fans, but he's still a badass when he needs to be. He's still very cold and calculating, and he's not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So I like that. So we've got Randy Orton at the top of his game, and he's a no nonsense type of guy, and I like that. So this should make for some very interesting promo work, and I'm looking forward to the build up. It should be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll see some more fresh matchups leading up to John Cena's retirement date. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride. We're off to a great start. Not even 24 hours after John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes, we're already getting a fresh match, and it's already getting off to an amazing start. So let's see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to hearing Randy Orton's thoughts about why he RKO'd John Cena. So here we go. Strap your belts in. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Let's go. So, anyway, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What did you guys think about Randy Orton delivering an RKO to John Cena? Were you surprised? Do you think this is going to set up for a match at Backlash? How are you feeling about the dynamic with Randy Orton now a face and John Cena as a heel? What kind of build up do you think we're going to see? And also, do you think we'll get an explanation as to why Randy Orton delivered an RKO to John Cena? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.